Right, good morning ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Thai Talk with Dan, the channel where we share all about your Thailand stories. Now today we have a real and true story that I know all about, and my friend has decided to share it to let you guys know what really goes on when you live here in Thailand, and especially here in Isan, and you start dating Thai girls. So without further delay, let's jump into today's factually true Thailand story. Hello Dan, my name's Jerry and I live in the countryside here in Thailand. Now I've had a few bad relationships over the years, actually more than a few, enough to make me switch my whole mindset. I stopped looking for anything serious and decided if I was gonna date out here, I would keep it casual. No emotions, no attachments, just enjoy the moment and move on. Because from what I'd seen, most of the girls I'd come across weren't interested in you, just what you could provide. So I leaned into it, became a bit of a playboy, if you want to call it that, detached, careful, or at least I thought I was. Anyway, one day I'm on Thai Friendly, just scrolling, not really taking it seriously. I get talking to this 21-year-old girl. She messages me saying it's her day off and she wants to meet me. But that day, I wasn't feeling it. I had a few things going on in my personal life. Head wasn't in the right place. So instead, I did what a lot of guys do out here. Went to the local bars, had a few beers and tried to switch off. And that is when it got weird. I walked into this bar and there she is, the same girl, working behind the bar. She spots me straight away, comes over smiling like we already know each other, starts flirting, laughing, natural, easy, no awkwardness at all. So we end up meeting after her shift, have a few drinks and head back to my apartment. Now here's where it gets interesting. The next morning, I tell her I've got work. No drama, no asking for money. She orders her own Grab taxi and leaves. And that caught my attention because that is not the usual script. So from that point on, she starts coming over regularly, finishes work around 10 p.m, gets her Grab on her own money, comes to mine, stays the night, leaves around 8 in the morning when I start work. No pressure, no demands, no I need this, I need that. Just easy. Now she had a young kid as well, lived with her mum, but she never used that as a way to ask for anything, at least not with me. And honestly, that's probably what made me drop my guard a little bit. But after about 2 months, reality kicks in. I'm bored. We have nothing in common. Conversations are dry, and deep down, I still don't trust her. That instinct never left. So I decided, all right, one last night, book a hotel, have a final bit of fun, and then I'm done. A clean exit. And that is exactly what I did. And I didn't see her again after that. Or at least I thought that was the end of it. About a week later, out of nowhere, I get a message on Facebook, and it's not friendly. This guy's basically telling me I'm a dead man for sleeping with his girlfriend. So at first I'm thinking, wrong guy, has to be. So I reply, I ask if he's got the right person. And it turns out he absolutely did.
Oh shit.
So he tells me she posted a photo on Instagram from a hotel room. In the background, there's my clothes on a chair. Then a week later, she video calls him from the bar and I'm in the background again, wearing the same jeans from the photo. And that's how he clocked it. Now here's where it gets messy. So he tells me he's been sponsoring her for a year, sending her 5,000 baht every week and paying to renovate her mum's house, and her kid even calls him Daddy. This guy is fully invested, and he thinks I've only slept with her once. So I tell him the truth. I said, mate, it's been a couple of months. You could almost hear his world crack through the screen. I also told him she'd been telling me she loved me, and on top of that, before me, she'd been seeing another guy for 5 months. Now at first, he didn't believe me, thought I was just trying to cause damage. So I went back to her messages, screenshotted everything and sent it over. Proof, no denying it. So what does he do? Leaves her, walks away, learns his lesson. No, he makes her quit the bar job and carries on supporting her. Same deal, same money, just with one condition. She doesn't see me again. And you'd think that that might change things. It didn't. Now since then, I have seen her around town with different guys, not just one or two, regularly. At the same time, she's posting on Instagram about how much she loves her boyfriend and how she can't wait for him to come back to Thailand. Meanwhile, she's on Tinder, on Thai Friendly, every day, still running the same play. And the last time I spoke to her, she even said it straight, called him easy, said it's easy money. She only has to see him every couple of months, and the rest of the time, she does whatever she wants. In her words, he's just a sponsor. Now, me, I got lucky. I never got emotionally involved, never spent money. If anything, I walked away with a bit of fun and a story. But him, that's the part that stinks, because he's all in, emotionally, financially, completely invested in someone who's playing him the whole time. And he's not the only one. That's the reality a lot of guys don't want to face. You give an inch and some people will take everything. Now, while all of that was going on, and this is where it gets even more ridiculous, I was also seeing another woman at the same time. But this one was different. We only met once a week. She had work, kids, responsibilities, so it was more structured. Either she would come to mine or we'd go out for food and drinks and grab a hotel after. No drama, no pressure, and to be fair, the chemistry was unreal. But we both knew what it was. There was no future there, no illusions, just two people enjoying each other's company for what it was. Even when we went out, she'd sometimes pay half the bill, which if you've spent any time out here, you'll know is basically a unicorn level event. Now that went on for a couple of months. Then one day, out of nowhere, I get a message from her saying that she wants to end things. Reason? She said there's no future and she kept seeing me active on dating apps. Fair enough, can't really argue with that. So we leave it there. But about a week later, she messages again, says she wants to talk in person, so we meet at a coffee shop. And that is when she drops her situation on me. So she tells me she's got a problem with a guy she's known for over a year. A guy who's been sending her money regularly. He's even booked flights for her to go and see him, paid for her visa, the whole thing. She admits she met him once before in Pattaya, didn't sleep with him, but still kept him interested enough to keep the money flowing. Then she shows me a picture of the guy, and I'm not even trying to be harsh, but he looked exactly like the kind of guy you'd expect in this situation. Awkward, desperate, completely invested. She tells me whenever she asks, he sends money, and at one point he even sent her 100,000 baht just from chatting online. Now though, he wants her to go and see him, and she doesn't want to. He started threatening her, demanding his money back, and she's worried. So I asked the obvious question, why not just go? He's paid for everything. And that's when she says something that flips the whole thing. Again, she says she can't go because she wants a relationship with someone else. Now, please bear in mind, we'd only been broken up for less than a week at this point. So I look at her and say, what? With me? Why didn't you just say that? And she goes, no, not with you, with someone else.
Damn!
So it turns out in the space of a few days, she'd already got serious with another guy, an older, bald guy from her gym. Just like that. New target, new situation, same pattern. And I can almost guarantee that guy has no clue about me, no clue about the other guy sending money, no clue what he's actually stepped into. But like a lot of men, he's probably seen a pretty face, felt that attention and jumped in head first. And that's how it happens. Again and again. Different faces, same story. Now, on to me. Like before, I said I got lucky. I never got emotionally involved, never got drained financially. If anything, I walked away with a couple of stories and a clearer understanding of how things really work. But not everyone does. Some guys lose money, some lose years. Some lose their heads completely chasing something that was never real to begin with. So if you're out here or thinking about coming out here, just understand the game, because whether you like it or not, it's being played. And if you don't know the rules, you're not a player. You are the prize. Right guys, hope you enjoyed this real and factual story. I know everyone within this story personally is very crazy, and things like this go on all the time here. It is literally insane. And if you've got a similar experience, a similar story, please put it down in the comments below, or even share your story on the channel. I'm always willing and prepared to share your stories. Get your emails sent in to thaitalkwithdan@gmail.com, and I will share it for everybody to hear. Apart from that, guys, hope everyone's having a good week. Take care of yourselves, and ciao for now. Bye bye.